Hello, welcome to the first episode on this channel and the first episode in a new series I'm going to be doing called Chef's Kiss, the show where I watch films that I have never seen before and then review them, and I decide whether they are Chef's Kiss or not. That is the intro. I'm sticking with it. No shame about it. I liked it. I'm just going to talk a little bit more about what this show is. So essentially, I'm going to aim to watch one new film a week for the year and so on if I stick to it. The reason for this is because I love films, and I realised that I haven't watched nearly as many as I would like. There's so many great films that I've just not seen, either old ones or new ones, just because there's no reason, I just haven't seen them. So the aim of this show is to get me to watch more films, and I'll talk in front of the camera and review them and see whether I like them or not. That's pretty much it. Nothing else really to it. This is not plugged in. I'm just using it as a prop. But without further ado, let's get into the film review. So in today's episode, we're going to be reviewing Better Man, the biopic, however you want to say it, about Robbie Williams and his come to fame, if you will. It follows Robbie Williams, who is played by a monkey in this film, a CGI one, not a real one. If it was real, that would have been amazing, but it wasn't, so I'm getting sidetracked. It follows Robbie Williams from joining Take That in his early days all the way up to becoming a solo artist and releasing his own music. It shows the struggles he goes through with alcohol and drug addictions, and shows the journey he goes through in life, essentially. I just want to start off this review by saying that this film was amazing. It had me hooked and it was entertaining from start to finish. Going into it, I thought the CGI monkey was going to be quite distracting from the film, but it really wasn't. There were genuinely times throughout the film that I forgot that he was being played by a CGI monkey. The way the CGI on it was very impressive, very well done, and they do a great job at making a CGI monkey convey a lot of emotion. It was very well done. The film was great. Some of the scenes that stood out to me in particular, and spoilers ahead by the way, I should have said this before anything, was the scene where his nan died. And this was a really emotional film and a really emotional scene, and I'm not afraid to say this. I did cry. And the way they showed that through the film with the choice of song, I believe it was Angels Playing, which is a beautiful song to play through that. There was that, and then the whole end scene as well, with him overcoming his addictions, going to rehab, all that. They were really powerful and really, really well done, I have to say. The whole film was really well done, but those scenes in particular really stood out and were really amazing and powerful. Talking about those scenes and the choice of Angels as well, it wasn't just that scene, the whole choice of his music throughout the film and the way they incorporated his songs into the actual film worked really well and made for some amazing scenes. Like another scene, or a scene with one of the songs in it, was the whole Rock DJ, them dancing through the streets of London to Rock DJ was really entertaining, really fun to see, and the way they did it was incredible. Another song choice that they had was She's the One. This scene is when Robbie is on a yacht at a party, I believe. He starts talking to a woman and they start flirting, and they end up dancing and singing She's the One to the scene, and oh my god, it was beautiful. The dancing in it was incredible. The colours and just the whole way it was shot was very entertaining and very, very beautiful. I keep saying beautiful, but it just really was. Everything about this film was beautiful. There was not a point in this film, I already briefly said this, but there was not a point in this film that left me unhappy or uninterested. It did a very good job at keeping you entertained throughout the whole film. It's a very fun film, it's a very sad film. It's just a great film. I've said film way too many times. But everything about this film was great. The one thing I did have about, well, one problem I should say with it. It's not even really a problem. It's just the whole ending sort of thing. So after he goes into rehab, everything after that sort of felt a bit rushed or pushed aside a little bit. I mean, the film was already 2 hours and 15, which it's a fairly long film. It didn't feel that long though. It was very, very good in that aspect. But there were some bits that sort of skipped over, and it kind of wanted me. I kind of wanted to see a bit more from it, from those scenes. I know the whole point of the film is to show his struggles in his early stages of his career, and not so much on after all the struggles, which that I completely understand. The film does do a great job of going into his struggles and exploring those in a very interesting way. So I can't complain about it too much because it still worked. It was over a song. I can't remember what song it was. I think it was Better Man, the whole title of the film, because it shows him being a better man. I don't know what that was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Playing Over Better Man, because that would make sense. And it was just a little montage. So it wasn't like a massive issue of mine. It was just a little bit like, oh, okay, we're done with those bits. But the whole ending with him on stage at, I don't know where it was, but again, I'm not don't know massive amounts about him. I mean, that's sort of it for what I had to say. I don't really have too much to say. My overall consensus is, if you didn't get it, I really enjoyed this film. But I do want to end the video off on like an overall summary. I'm going to try and end all videos like this, do like a concise review at the end section of it. So without further ado, here is that. So I'm being very fidgety. So overall, I would say this was an amazing film and very beautifully shot. The way the music was incorporated into his films made for some very, very amazing sequences. And you really learn a lot about Robbie Williams as a person and the struggles he's gone through by watching this film. We'll say there are a lot of funny moments and a lot of emotional moments as well. So you get a nice balance of it all. You're laughing, you're crying, you're doing it all. And I will end by saying, just knock my camera. I will end by saying, if you're a fan of Robbie Williams, even if you like just the one song of his, I would suggest going to watch this film. It is a great watch and you will not be disappointed. So with all that said, I give this film 4 chef kisses, because that's the rating we're going with. So that's my review for Better Man. I do want to just end the video by saying I'm not an expert of films. I don't know really anything about films. I'm just doing this for a bit of fun. So if you're watching this expecting some really in-depth reviews of films, then this is not a place for you. I am just going to speak my mind, say what I liked, say what I didn't like, and see what happens. I'm sorry if that's upsets you. That's all I have to say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for another film review. Goodbye.